Hey guys, welcome back to another Wizards Unite live stream. Okay, so sorry this is a little bit later than I expected tonight, but this is going to be lots of fun. So we're starting off here and we're actually going for the Quibbler. So this is actually pretty cool. When I first saw this, I was like, what? You've got to be kidding me. So I think this is amazing that they did so much detail on the front of this right there. So basically, guys, what I have done is I've taken a whole bunch of my game clips from the last couple of days out playing and stuff since the game has been released, and they're kind of combined together throughout like the next sort of few streams and stuff like that. And we're gonna sort of talk about what I've managed to see out there, what I've managed to do, what I've managed to learn about the game. So we're gonna be learning a lot of stuff. Hey Amanda, hey Xavier, thank you guys so much for tuning into the stream. This is awesome. I don't know how late it is where you are, but yeah, got my second wind here. It's so cool. All right, so let's take a look here at the Quibbler. So we only need to catch one of them, and it goes in the room of requirement. So there we go. Yay! More XP for scrolls. I only have 2 things in this room. That's it. I really need to finish this up. All right, so here is the Quibbler. So the Quibbler, the Wizarding World alternate voice, is a wizarding tabloid often disregarded for printing conspiracy theories and odd stories. We know this because guess what? It's Luna's dad that writes the Quibbler. So we know that this magazine's a little bit to the other side of things. I mean, technically there are pages that you have to actually read the whole entire book upside down. So yeah, that kind of tells you. All right, so I have a whole bunch of other things. Oh, there's the issue there. An issue of the Quibbler. Its headline reading, "The Unspeakables expand in secret. What are they hiding?" The issue is dated around the time Grim Folly was promoted. I wish we knew more about this Grim Folly guy. I feel like we're still learning some stuff, but yeah. Xavier, is Wizards Unite like Pokemon Go? Yes, I have been using quite a few references lately, actually, sort of comparing the two. I used to play Pokemon Go quite a bit, so I will keep using those references. Do you play Pokemon Go? Can I tell you a secret? Sometimes the Quibbler gets it right. This was not one of those cases. No. We had a 143-year-old retire because he kept forgetting everything. Literally everything. Another member wanted to go and write novels, so we replaced them both with Grimm and Regina Rao. Simple. What? I'm just reading part of the game, Xavier. I hope that doesn't actually happen. Well, actually, it can't technically happen right now. Yeah, so Pokemon Go, it's similar in the idea of you're obviously walking around trying to find stuff. The biggest difference is that you're actually able to find ingredients. You're able to interact more with what's actually going on. I feel like Pokemon Go is fantastic, but I feel like this is sort of the next level. So if you were to take Pokemon Go and make it like 100,000 times more complex, this would be it. I mean, with Pokemon Go, it's pretty standard, like you throw the Pokeball, it's either a curve ball or just a regular. You have like 3 different types of balls, and that's sort of how it started, right? You could play AR or not AR. Then it sort of transformed a little bit into trying to incorporate, the berries and the gyms and the lures and all that kind of stuff. And it was like, it made the game a little bit more complex, but nothing that we couldn't handle. It was sort of what we expected from the game anyways. I think this, though, I don't think we were expecting... I just don't think we were expecting all of the backstory information that we've gotten from this. And I think we also were expecting a little bit better of a tutorial. So they sort of have half done a tutorial, but there's like a whole bunch of different parts there that are sort of like missing. So I still feel like they need to for newer players now, I feel like they need to put out another tutorial there and sort of just walk people through it just a little bit more. Yeah. Again, like it's starting to make more sense now. The one thing though I feel that they need to kind of adjust a little bit is obviously the radius of obviously the fortresses and the greenhouses and the inns and stuff like that. They need to just have like a little bit longer. And then two, the other thing is when you go in them, they need to have a better reaction time. So the biggest thing is like if you're walking, right, and you're kind of just, you don't want to stop, you just want to keep walking past one. A lot of times I'll find is by the time you trace it and you wait for things like all the plates to move or the pots if you're at the greenhouse, what will happen is it's just like, yeah, you'll walk and it won't even be done doing its animations before it's out of distance. Like it'll be out of range of that particular one. So it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that. Like you actually have to stop. Like as soon as you're in range, you're like, oh, so sensitive. So I feel like they need to adjust that just a tiny bit. Unless I'm like the world's fastest walker or something ridiculous like that. And and it's just me. But yeah, no, that's what I found at least so far. It just takes too long to load inside of these places. So yeah. And two, some of the locations where they've dropped these fortresses, they are not like the best locations. So what would be considered like safe isn't actually safe. Like I know there's a couple, I found a couple actually the other day, and they're like they're supposed to be part of, again, like a church. It's usually churches that always get them. I don't know why. But, and how they had it was you actually have to stand, like it has a drive up area, but you have to stand in the middle of the driveway or walk up to the door of it. You can't actually reach it just by like walking by. You actually have to go on the road. So it's kind of weird that it's like, I'm like, like yes, this isn't busy traffic, but still like I wouldn't do that on a regular basis. They seem to be another form of confoundable, albeit an easy enough one to overcome. You just need keys and walking boots. Oh no. Okay, so these have to do with the portmanteaus or port keys. When you unlock them, you can use the port key inside to find and recover foundables or fragments of foundables. So we've sort of figured out what foundables are, or at least hopefully. I'll explain those again in a second. They're quite useful, actually. Yes, I haven't shown you guys a port key yet. They're a little bit tricky. And again, you have to have a lot of space around you. Yay! Okay, so I've done one of the SOS assignments here. Can I tell you a secret? I am quite proud of the registry. I was part of the ministry team that put it together. Of course she's proud of it then. So this is Constance. We're becoming quite familiar with her appearance and what she has to say. We've managed to categorize everything that is lost in one place. It's quite something. I love organizing and organization. She sounds like a more intense version of Hermione Granger. Just putting it out there. Actually, I think she wants Hermione's position at the ministry, so I think she's actually gunning for it, personally. But she'll never get it. She'll never beat out Hermione, no matter even if she solves all this. Work with Constance to more fully understand the registry and families. Oh my gosh, you totally have to download it at Xavier. You have to try it for a bit. Go with the flow. It's actually quite fun. Again, I think what's hard is the tutorial part, but once you get through all of that and start understanding it, it's actually not so bad. Okay, what did we find here? Found an egg. So basically how this works, guys, is Harry was talking about the foundables. And I know that it's kind of confusing because they're always using co-foundables and they're using foundables. So foundables are like, for example, the quibbler that we saw. We only needed just the one fragment of it, so it was just the whole quibbler. But there'll be some and they'll come in sections. This isn't one of them, the alchemy egg. It's just happens to be one as well. But there's a couple of them. I'm trying to think of something like specific off the top of my head. I can't actually think of anything at the moment. There are a couple of them though, and you actually need to collect so many pieces. So here, actually, we can take out the Monster Book of Monsters. There you go. There's one, for example. A lot of these just need one, to be honest, but there are those few that need more than one. This was an acromantula egg, not a alchemy egg. So the acromantula eggs are a Class A non-tradable good. Females can lay up to 100 eggs at a time, and the eggs are roughly the size of beach balls. What? Beach balls? That's huge. It's like huge. Oh my gosh. I need a beach ball right now, and I just want to try and hug it and be like, I'm hugging an acromantula egg. Now I can see why Hagrid loved them. Okay, so how these, I didn't level up. Okay, so this is a little bit weird. Hey, Rainbow Dash. So you're leveling up basically certain aspects or traits within your game. So that is one thing that might get a little bit confusing. So here you can see the Ministry of Magic, and we were collecting stuff there. So you just basically have to collect XP for that, and then you will level up and get all these points. Now, I don't want you guys to forget this. It's a complimentary gift that you guys get when you download your game. You can only find it, though, in the shop. I was just happened to be browsing, taking a look at what bundles they offer and stuff. And then if you go in the featured area and scroll to the bottom, it says complimentary gift, 1 day, 4 hours. I think it probably says longer than that, but I didn't discover it right away. So all you do is click claim. You just get one. It's a one-time thing, and you'll get 50 spell energy. So you definitely should take it because, trust me, you need the energy. You totally need it. So it says sold out. It does disappear, though, once you leave and go back into it. So if you guys are just starting your game, I've just shown you how to get free energy. 50 of it. 50 free energy. And you don't have to do anything weird. You just have to play the game. And check in the shop or in your cart. Basically where you would go to make in-app purchases. That is going to be where you're going to find freeness. I'm sorry, but it's so awesome. Who doesn't want free stuff, right? You're still on year 1, chapter 4 in Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. That's okay. I haven't really pushed my storyline along right now. I've kind of just been doing the bare minimum. I don't even think I opened it today. Yeah, I don't even think I had time to do that. So I have to keep working on it. Xavier, you think you'd have to play it at night? But kind of don't want to play at night. That's actually very dangerous because the desert and even daytime would be risky too. It's 108 degrees Fahrenheit. What? That's crazy. Go in the mornings or get in your car. Drive around. Or whenever you go out and you just happen to be going to school, or it's easier to do it that way. Yes, I understand it's hot and you don't want to go out, but if you're going out anyways, even to the grocery store, you can totally do it then. That's often now when I sort of find myself playing the game is when I'm just out doing like general things. Um, you run out of magic so fast in Hogwarts Mystery. Well, in both of these games, you can run out super quick. The only bad thing about this one is it doesn't regenerate on its own. That's where it's sort of like Pokemon Go, and it's like basically you have to go and collect things. That's sort of where the energy comes into play. I always say it's like the Pokeballs in Pokemon Go. Same sort of concept, same sort of idea. A lower app size than Pokemon Go. So it's staying on the phone. That's awesome. That's totally awesome. It's actually good because there are certain things you can do daily and your like daily quests. And if you do those few things, you actually will get gold and stuff, which basically, if it's like DMK or Hogwarts Mystery, it's like gems. So take the gold. Those galleons are going to be useful for stuff when they've got events or whatever. I'm sure they're not, like, I'm not going to be using things right now for it. I'm kind of stocking it up. But yeah. Coyotes, rat. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, you know what? Just I'm saying just when you go out, because I know you leave your house at some point. When you go out, that's when you do it. Or I don't know. If you don't leave your house ever, then I don't know what to tell you. Give your account to somebody else to log in. So this is the Auror's handbook. So pretty much there are going to be certain things, guys, depending on which profession you choose, and it's going to sort of help you out. You're going to be able to increase your stamina. You're going to be able to increase your defense skills, which is your Protego. You're going to be able to also increase like your critical hits and stuff like that just by doing your fundamentals here. So there's a whole bunch of them. Like here, you can see like field training. There's third position. So again, like there's different levels. It's not just like 1 or 2 times. Some of them are just 1 or 2 times to power up and stuff, but there are other ones that like take a little while. So it's kind of just depends on what skills you want to work on first. I've been trying to balance it a little bit of both. But I feel like it just depends on more what style of player you're going to be. If you're somebody who wants to go to the fortresses, which are like the Pokemon gyms, and you want to duel it out and battle it out, then you know what? Then I'm going to recommend that you go, and if you're going to do it by yourself, then I would say, you know what? Get your defense up because you are going to need it. Obviously, that attack is going to be important, but I'd say that's going to be more important sort of for like if you're one of those players that's out there dueling like a lot of the things that you find sort of just randomly, because there are little symbols and they are dueling symbols. When you find those, that is what you guys definitely need to make sure that your attack is up, because I find that they're easier to kill and you usually get the first like 1 or 2 tries. So oh my gosh, it's Peeves. Oh, I forgot that Peeves was in here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so they did such a good job with Peeves. So cool. Gosh, I should have put this on my thumbnail. I forgot. Yay. They did a really good job on Peeves. Love it. He's like, in your face. So he has been returned to the Hogwarts Great Hall. So that was super cool. We need 8 fragments of that. So there's another good example of a foundable that we need to get like a whole bunch of. And he's not very common. Like I think I've only seen 1 or 2 of him, and I know he's like fled on me already. So yeah. Well, you're doing great on Ducky there, Rainbow Dash. You should check your game. I haven't really had time to check my game yet, but I want to do it before bed. We'll definitely be doing that. Go DMK. I didn't get to play Wizards Unite that much. I did go out for like a couple of things that I had, errands that I had to do. So I did like do a couple of the goals for the day. But yeah, today was not my strongest Wizarding Unite day, not gonna lie. Okay, what did we get here? Oh, Sirius Black's poster. So at the end, actually, of my last live stream, I showed you guys a clip where it actually glitched me out and it froze. So what happened was is it froze and then I wasn't able, like I was doing the spell and it literally just kept spinning. So I've actually added a clip towards the end of this one, like right when I'm like saying bye. I have a clip there to show you guys of basically of that whole animation. It's so cool. I was like, yes, it was a glitch, but it was such a cool glitch. I had to like keep part of it now and I'm incorporating it because oh my god, it was so fun. Certain glitches, you know, you're like, but again, it's kind of like DMK, you know, where like you'll see Beast and Belle sitting on a bench together and you're like, what are you doing? You're gonna get run over by the parade float, and then they randomly like glitch, and then you can come with a funny story like Vanellope came and glitched them, you know, onto the bridge or whatever. But really, it's just a game glitch that they have in place. So sometimes those can be pretty cool, and that was one of those ones that was definitely really really cool. I think Rachi, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. I'm very sorry. Hi, my gosh, Brazil. That is amazing. Amanda, good. I'm glad you downloaded it. It's pretty fun. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Was he actually going to eat that? I wouldn't eat that, buddy, if I were you. For so many reasons. So what was that? A dragon egg. Oh my gosh. Yay, dragon eggs. It looked so red, and in the image there, it's not very red. So I need 4 fragments of that. Jeez. Now I'm seeing loads of those. Oh, I'm almost at level 8. Almost. I only need to do a few more. It's kind of fun rewatching some of my clips because I'm like, oh yeah, I totally forgot that I got that. Or like sometimes I totally forget that even happened at all, and I'm like, oh, I get it. I was like, I didn't even know that I did that. Okay, so actually here is a shot of Hagrid's umbrella. Super cool. Super cool. Pretty neat that they incorporated that. That actually inside of the umbrella has Hagrid's wand, but it's the 2 halves that were Hagrid's wand. He put them into the umbrella, and they still sort of work the pieces, but not obviously as well because when he got expelled, they snapped his wand. So kind of sad when you think about it. So we only need 1 fragment for that, so we've already got it. Oh, did we make it to 8? No! Almost. That's good if you found a few at home. You're just gonna need the energy. Oh my goodness. So this is a confoundable here. Can you guys guess what this one is? It is the Marauders map. Written by, or I guess created by Mooney, Wormtail, Patfoot, and Prongs, which happened to be Harry's dad, Professor Lupin, Sirius Black, and Peter Pettigrew. So all of those guys, can you believe it? Well, I doubt Pettigrew actually did anything, but yeah. Oh, your friend code. I gave out my friend code last time. Actually, I didn't bring my phone in with me. I usually have been giving out my code, but I definitely did in my last stream and the stream before that. So, yeah, feel free to add me if you want to. So, the Marauders map. Oh yeah, it shows the location and identity of everybody walking around. Now, what's really really cool about that is that even if you have drank the polyjuice potion, so you're basically posing as somebody else, you will still appear on the Marauders map as yourself. So I feel like that is super duper cool. Okay, a port key's unlocked. No. Okay, so I am not doing the port key yet. I do have a plan to do a whole bunch of them for you guys in a video, but I am not going to be doing that. What I did want to talk about, though, is how to kind of manage your vault a little bit today. So you obviously have a whole bunch of ingredients that you will be collecting. And how do you find ingredients? Well, you can obviously just by walking around, and you'll find a whole bunch of stuff on your map that are obviously besides the little symbols and stuff, which again are going to take you to confoundables and stuff like that. So ingredients are again located, they're like, you can tell when they're ingredients, they're like flowers or beans or some sort of shrub. Like you'll see a whole bunch of types of things like that. Now you'll be just tapping them, and you'll be like, oh, I don't know if I need that, but I'm going to collect it anyways. So one of the biggest things I recommend you guys doing is that you check on your bag. It's not that big. You're only given 200 storage, and that's honestly, it's not very much. It goes by really fast, especially because you get more than one ingredient each time. So manage your bag. So it's very easy. You just click the briefcase at the bottom of the screen. Then it's going to give you a bunch of options. You're going to click your vault, okay? And your vault is where all of that sort of stuff is, your potions, your ingredients, your seeds, things like that. And then you're going to swipe over once, okay, or click ingredients up at the top. And you can do this with potions and everything else, seeds and all that kind of stuff as well. And you're going to click on whichever one and click manage. And then from there, you're going to be able to delete if you want. So let's say you've collected 20 nettles, and you're like, oh yeah, I have no intentions of brewing that potion, or yes I am, but I don't need 20 nettles because I need the Rheum blood or whatever. Then what you're going to make sure you do is, again, just remove some of the nettles. You can find nettles later, so it just sort of depends on what you think that you need. There is a clip of that in the stream, so you guys can definitely see that firsthand, but I wanted to sort of just put that out there to you guys. So I found a Chudley Cannons player, okay? And they were once a dominant Quidditch team that has endured a long period of failure. In 1972, the team motto changed from "We shall conquer" to "Let's all just keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best." That's super sad, right? Super sad. But that's the reality of things. And if you guys remember, this happens to be Ron Weasley's favorite Quidditch team. Now, the interesting thing about this is I remember in the book, not in the movie, but in the book, there's a scene where Harry goes and sees Ron's room for the first time at the Weasley house. And he walks up the stairs and goes into the room. And he is just blown away because the entire room is orange. So, you know how Ron's hair is orange, it's red, flaming red hair, they call it. But the Chudley Cannons, there's Ron, there's his bedspread. It's just everything is so bright and in your face. It's insane. So I thought that was really funny that they had the Chudley Cannons because, yeah, even Ron's wall, I seem to remember, is J.K. Rowling writing that he had posters, just head to toe covered. All of the wall was covered by these posters of just orange players, zooming around or whooshing around, I think she wrote. Again, it's been a while since I've read that scene, but every time I think of the Chudley Cannons, it's exactly what I think of. You named your user Disney Boy. I didn't choose my username, actually. Well, I did, but I chose it with Pokemon Go for early registration with my email. And I thought my email was actually that. And then what was going to happen was I could change. I thought Delphi Augury, which is what came up, I thought that was the display name that I could change at any time. Can't do that at the moment. I can't change it. So they've registered the account under that, not my email. So I was like, okay. So I started playing and I didn't realize that. Anyways, I will change it when it becomes available, but it's currently not available in the game yet. So I figure it'll be a couple of months maybe before that happens. They're probably just sorting out bugs and glitches and things like that right now. So, hey, Karen. Oh, I'm loving these friend codes. Okay, I'm going to need to like write these down and stuff. I have shown mine before, so feel free, guys, to... Why can't you see all the comments? I don't know. You should be able to. There's not that many. Am I live streaming tomorrow? I do actually plan on it, but later in the evening on here for Wizards Unite again. I still have some more clips. I cut actually this one in half just because of the time and stuff like that. So yeah. We're actually we're getting close to the end. But I did want to let you guys know that I am again doing the second part of this tomorrow, so that will be fun. Oh, the crystal ball. Sybil Trelawney. Okay, we'll talk about her more tomorrow. But she is the divinations professor. Yeah, well, Sybil is. But she has some ancestry with seers and stuff, but just like great-great-grandmother or something. So everybody calls her a bit of a phony, but I don't think she actually is. I think she's more of like... She's a certain type of seer. You have to... It's a bit weird. She can't see, like, everything like some seers can. They can see a lot more. But she tends to black out when she's seeing things. So she doesn't even know she's doing it. So she's a fraud in some ways. But in others, she's not really. She's made a few predictions in her life and been right. Oh my gosh, I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, what? They're like, wow. It was a craziness. So that's 2 crystal balls within like 1 minute. That's hilarious. I had no idea. So what level are you guys in this game? Ew. This is a billy wig. It's so gross. Not the biggest fan. Yes, a pixie. Yeah, we were seeing pixies. Yeah, they're hilarious. Troublesome little creatures, but they're pretty funny. Billy wigs are just gross. Absolutely disgusting. Ew. They're like a mosquito. A blue mosquito. Should we focus on leveling the Lion King or start panicking about a few of the new balance changes like the Incredibles? I would do both because the Lion King could be one of those ones as well. Incredibles were already a bit of a thing, like a bit of a leak, I feel like that from them. So I would focus on both. Absolutely. Level 4, level 1. That's okay. It'll go by pretty quickly. Billywigs are insects native to Australia. Their stings cause giddiness and levitation. Actually, they sound way better than mosquitoes. And too many stings can cause this levitation to last for days on end. Their stingers are coveted for use in several potions. Oh my gosh. They actually don't sound that bad. I'd love to fly for days. We wouldn't need Tinkerbell then, would we? Ha! Wouldn't even need pixie dust. We just need the... Hey, Billywig, come and sting me. Sting me. Yeah, not that funny. But, yeah, I could see uses for it. Absolutely. Oh, the baby Niffler. So cute. You're level 0. You haven't started playing. Well, you're gonna have to start playing. It's super fun. I've been trying to find ways to like have the best spell casting tips, but like I don't have them yet. You just kind of do whatever. Like if you trace too slow, it's bad, even if it's perfect. If you trace too fast, it's not good. And like even if you trace it perfectly and it's like a half decent speed, sometimes it just won't even like think that. So it's a little bit weird. I don't know if there's an actual trick or if they just make it random, but I don't know. But anyways, guys, you will have to wait until tomorrow to find out what comes next. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you give it a big magical thumbs up, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!